Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I'm going live to discuss sanctuary bills. So basically, what's going on is there are bills that started last week. If you go out to our website, helpsavemaryland.org, on the page, you will see the bill listings there. And basically, they had discussions in the Judiciary Committee this past week. And, or no, I'm sorry, they had discussions in the Senate Judiciary. So basically, there is another hearing that's coming up on March the 5th. And people can go down to Annapolis and show up. Interesting, my YouTube channel is not broadcasting on, well, I should say our YouTube channel is not broadcasting on the website. So I may have to fix it. But anyway, the bills are Senate Bill 718 and Senate Bill 817. Also, House Bill 913. Basically, it's a call to action, and I'm sorry for getting here late because I was on vacation and I was out of town. So I'm just getting back and getting caught up to speed. Basically, though, we need people out there that are willing to email their delegates in Maryland and to email their senators as well. Tell them why you think Maryland should not become a sanctuary state, because what these bills will do, it will hamper the ability for the state of Maryland to actually cooperate and work with federal law enforcement, including ICE, and it will also shut down the 287G programs that are currently running in Harford County and Frederick County. So basically, we need to get this. We need to get this stopped. Last year, we got it killed last year. We all went down and testified. This year, for the House Judiciary, 7,000 petitions were dropped off. And I don't know if I'm going to make a dent or not this year because they've gotten so liberal in Maryland State House that they've really gone off the deep end. Curious thing is, for those of you who support Governor Hogan, we have our differences, and the YouTube stream is up on the website. You just click the at the top tab, Help Save Maryland YouTube Live Broadcasting, if you just want to watch it on the website. But anyway, Governor Hogan, who's a never Trumper, I would call him moderate, but moderate to the left, not moderate to the right. He may be fiscally conservative to the right, but his other policies lurch more to the left. More in line with those of, I would say, Mike Miller and Michael Bush. But last year, Senate President Mike Miller stated that Maryland would never become a sanctuary state. Of course, this is when the FBI headquarters were on the block, and They were trying to get that down in Prince George's County, and as we all know, President Trump put a halt to that. Sheriff Chuck Jenkins often attends with, often goes to the White House, and he does a lot of work with Homeland Security and ICE since he's part of the 287G program. But basically, Hogan, he never comes out and discusses illegal immigration. He doesn't talk about the massive crime of MS-13 and the 8th Street gang down in PG and Montgomery County. If you go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Help Save Maryland. If you're already on Facebook, you can go there and like us, but you'll see the map that I have up there of the MS-13 presence in the counties down there. And it's something that, is really taking a hold and grips of the nation. Also have a really bad human trafficking problem. In Montgomery County, just released 2 individuals that are illegals that are accused of human trafficking. And that was reported by Kevin Lewis of WJAL. And Kevin is really good and up to date on this kind of stuff. So he keeps people posted on what's going on. But again, back to Governor Hogan. He has no problems taking Maryland tax dollars and bailing out Baltimore City and helping with their crime. But what is he and Frosh, Attorney General Frosh, who sues the president every chance he can and has actually joined the suit over the national emergency on the border? Now, explain to me why Maryland would join that suit, and Maryland's not a border. It's not a border state. Well, I'll tell you why. Because Maryland is 4th in the country, population per citizen count of illegal immigrants residing. Cassida, Maryland, who is the opposition to Help Save Maryland, often provides documentation and shelter to those that sneak across the border, even gang members, and then they slide into our society in Maryland around the Capital Beltway region. You can go to Illegal Alien Crime Report and type in Maryland in the search, and you'll see all kinds of crimes that have been committed by the illegal aliens in Maryland. It's really a disgrace. So I'm hoping that, many of you will get out there and contact your leaders and let them know you don't want Maryland to become a sanctuary state, that you want them to continue working with federal law enforcement. And contact the governor's office and ask him to stop being a never-Trumper, and ask him what's he doing about the influx of gang activity in Montgomery and Prince George's County, along with Baltimore City. Attorney General Brian Frosh, who is pro-Cassida, Maryland, is from Montgomery County, and yet he never contacts the victims of those who have been afflicted with pain from these gang members that are here illegally, whether it's child rapists / pedophiles, sexual assaults, murders, beating girls up with bats, stabbing and mutilating and dismembering a young teen's body and taking her across state lines and dumping her in Virginia. I mean, it could go on and on and on. Maryland is a cesspool. In fact, Maryland ranked 2nd in the nation for MS-13 gang-related violence last year. Now think about that. That's more than Long Island, New York. And Long Island is the one getting the news all the time. But you never hear about Maryland in the news, yet they're always number 2. Number 2. I mean, you can Google it, you can look it up and look at the stats. There is a real national security crisis and emergency at our southern border. I mean, there's 2 movies that are spot on. I mean, you can watch, and it's as real as it gets, really. And that's Sicario and Sicario Day of the Soldado. I mean, that's really what it's like. It's murder, it's mayhem, it's drugs. Now El Chapo is, thankfully going to be living the rest of his life in Florence, Colorado, at Supermax, where he belongs. And his cartel, the Sinaloa cartel, is the #1 exporter of fentanyl, heroin, and cocaine into the United States. Maryland is also a trafficking hub for these drugs because they come into Montgomery County and PG County, and they shoot straight up Interstate 95 into New York, and from New York they branch out. So they're coming up through Texas, they're coming over to Maryland. They're also coming in through our ports of entry down at the Bay. So it's not just the ports of entry where we're having a lot of problems, but we're seeing a lot of problems with smuggling going around the walls. I mean, anybody that tells you that walls don't work is lying to you. Don't listen to the fake news media. Don't listen to the liberal lackeys out there. They have no idea what they're talking about. They really don't. They are lost in translation. So what you need to do is get out there, make some noise, let people know how you feel, contact your congressman. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you must understand that our southern border is a real crisis. The crime taking place in our state of Maryland is a major crisis. Contact Attorney General Farage's office and ask him, well, while you're busy suing, the President of the United States over things that you have no control over, what are you doing about the crime in your own county? Contact Ike Leggett, contact Montgomery County Council, contact PG County, contact anyone you can. I mean, I have contact information. If you want to reach out to me, I can provide you with contacts to people. I'm also friends with people at Fox News. So I talk to them on a regular basis as well. So, anything that you need, I can help you with, and our organization can help you with. So basically, it's if you want to look at the tree of how we're set up, you have Brad Botwin is the director of Help Save Maryland. Hesse Harris is executive director. And then you have me. I'm the social media director for all the social media platforms, including the website and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. So you can always set us up, and you can hit me up at email at jeff.werner, WERNER, at helpsavemaryland.org, or you can go to our website, helpsavemaryland.org. And if you scroll down on the right-hand side, you'll see our email addresses there for Brad and for myself. Also, we accept donations, and they are tax deductible. We are a 501c3, so we're a nonprofit. And any donations go towards educational materials and the ability to continue to keep our platforms running and to get the word out and to be able to do the best we can. We currently have over 3,500 members in the state of Maryland that have actually registered as a member. Doesn't mean they always show up for things, but we have representation in just about every county in the state. So we're well organized. But again, Brad is out of town a lot, but he's getting ready to retire. So he will be getting more newsletters out. If you want to subscribe to any of our posts, web postings, or newsletters, you can also go on the website and go into the subscribe and put your email address in there. We don't send out 100 emails a day or anything like that. Usually a couple stories of interest. It could be daily, or it can be however you want to set it up. But basically, that's what we do. So look, make contact all your representatives in Maryland State House. Tell them no to Senate Bill 718 and 817, and tell them no to House Bill 913, that you do not want Maryland to become a sanctuary state. And if you need to get in touch with any of your representatives and you're unsure of how to do that, please feel free. You can contact me. You can find us on Facebook. Again, you can find us on Twitter at HelpSaveMD. And you can find us on Instagram as well. And again, I provided the Facebook account and our website address. So that's going to do it for today. Let's try and keep the fight alive, support our president who's doing everything he possibly can to protect our communities. We don't want to become another Venezuela. And we certainly need to stop the scourge of drugs that are infesting our country and coming in here illegally. It needs to be stopped. If a Democrat tells you there's no crisis at the border, well, they're lying to you because they haven't been there. So all I can tell you is don't believe fake news. Do your own research, and you'll come up with the numbers. If you really want to know what's going on, go out to ice.gov and subscribe to their newsletter, and you'll get a newsletter alert as to the types of illegal immigration crimes that are taking place, and drug busts and seizures. Also, you can follow them on Twitter. You can also follow Customs and Border Protection. You can also go to their website and sign up for notifications. Same with DHS, and you can get notifications there. Also, if you see something that you're unsure of, say something. The ICE website provides you the ability to send in information through a contact form without having to leave your name or any of that information. It's optional. So don't fear repercussions of any kind, because that won't happen. And quite frankly, I'm not afraid of any of these thugs that are out there. Don't let them take control of your lives. Don't let illegal immigration take control of your lives. Don't let the state take control of your lives because they're using your tax dollars to fund illegal immigration to the tune of $3 billion annually in Maryland. That's your tax dollars. That's for healthcare. That's for schooling. That's for housing. You name it. But you're paying for it. $3 billion a year in Maryland for illegal aliens. And I wish I could sign up for some of those programs, because I'm disabled and I don't get as much money as they do on a monthly basis. So anyway, March 5th is the next date. I'm going to put it up on the website where we're all meeting and everything. I'm going to try and get to this one down in Annapolis. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you posted. I hope everyone has a happy and safe day and enjoy the rest of your week.